Are you a British citizen planning a trip to Spain in the near future? Are the listed factors going to affect you? Follow us through in this video and see how we got on.
Hello there, welcome to my channel. My name is Faith Dodger and I'm literally the girl next door. Today I'm traveling to Spain and we are landing in Alicante, and I am going to be touring the small towns around that area. So if you are interested in how this holiday unfolds, keep watching to the end. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. Thank you for watching.
Are you aware that there are looming potential entry rules for visiting Spain from October 2024?
Right now we are by Wetherspoons waiting for our flight. So our flight leaves at 9:05. I'm with my friend, but you will hardly see her because she is camera shy. So this time of the year that we are traveling, we're still good to go because British tourists don't have that many restrictions, but restrictions are starting in October, where British tourists or non-EU travelers are required to have their fingerprints taken and pictures taken as they are entered into the database for the first time they enter any EU member state. So that might cause queues and is deterring people from traveling, or some are considering cancelling their travel plans from October henceforth. And there's also been a bit of tension about British tourists visiting Spain, but I'm hoping that the part that we are visiting hasn't got any of that. There have been protests lately, but I don't think we will be affected. But anyways, we'll see how it goes. So continue with us.
3717 to Budapest, operated by bus. The aircraft will now arrive at 8:40 and boarding will start at 8:00.
We paid for Ryanair's regular fare, which includes a standard seat, priority boarding, a 10 kg bag and a small carry-on bag. The cabin seating arrangement had a 3:3 configuration. The flight attendant made us swap seats with the couple that had a baby and was seated next to the emergency exits. The airlines require that the occupants of seats next to the emergency exits be able-bodied persons who can open the exits and help people escape safely in case of emergency. Small children would not be able to do this, so this afforded us spacious legroom. We didn't order any in-flight food because this was a late flight which left at 9 p.m. and we'd already had our dinner. Meals can be ordered at an extra fee.
Dangerous times, don't fly too high. Be sure to keep the ground in sight. Fly forever.
Okay, so we've just touched down in Spain, in Alicante. It was a good flight with minor turbulence, and it's just after midnight, or actually Spain is ahead of England, so currently it's 1:19 in the morning, and the immigration was smooth. There were no delays. There were police officers who were just stamping passports. My passport was stamped. There were no questions. They didn't even ask about where I was going to stay or how much I have daily. So it's still fine until October. I guess that's when all the changes are going to happen. So we are just going to get a taxi to travel to Moraira, and that will take about 40 minutes. And that's it.
Spain has introduced a travel rule that could see UK tourists turned away at the border if they fail to meet a new financial requirement. British holiday makers must now prove they have sufficient funds for their stay, with Spanish authorities demanding proof of €113.40, which is equivalent to £97 per day. This rule applies to all UK visitors, whether heading to mainland Spain or the islands such as the Canaries and Balearics. The measure is in place to ensure visitors can support themselves during their trip and have the means to return home. This new law should be effective in autumn 2024. These rules have been in place for many years, but since the UK left the European Union, they now apply to British citizens. However, according to Spanish authorities, no British tourist has ever been asked to prove they have enough money for their stay. Eventually, British travellers will also need a visa waiver, known as the European Travel Information and Authorization Scheme, ATIS, to enter Spain, although the launch date for this scheme has been pushed back to mid-2025. You do have to be mindful about the long queues for taxis at arrivals at Alicante Elche Airport. We roughly waited for nearly 2 hours for a taxi. The influx of tourists in Spain has led to protests by locals over the overcrowding on many of the islands.
We've arrived safely in Moraira. It's 3:30 in the morning, so we're just going to go to bed and wake up in a few hours. So there were no complications on our arrival. No questions were asked. They just stamped our passports. So at the moment, it's pretty much easy. It's easy to gain entry into Spain. So changes should start happening from the 5th of October, where they're going to be asking for a lot of things. And British tourists will be required to provide fingerprints and pictures, and then there are going to be laws that are going to be introduced, but it's not affecting anyone at the moment, so we can start our holiday in peace. Anyways, this is the room that my friend has given me. We are staying in her family villa. It's quite beautiful. It's got a double bed, a beautiful double bed, and the bedroom is white. It's so lovely. And then there's the balcony over here. So I should be able to open it tomorrow morning, or not tomorrow morning, this morning, but later on. And then there's the closet over there. Yeah, and there's a dresser here and a mirror there. So it's quite beautiful. It's a very, very beautiful villa. It looks like this holiday is going to be nice. So if you are interested in what I get up to in Spain, in Moraira, but we are going to be touring a few towns, neighboring towns, then keep watching this Spain series. Anyways, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe.